Hold on, I'm just getting my audio ready. Trying to connect my headphones. Oh. All right, so what are we doing today? Few things. I'm going to be playing Skyrim only for warming up, 20 minutes. That's it. Then I'm going to be working on Discord stuff. I need to finish setting up the server and I'm going to open it up. I'm going to share the links in Twitter and the rest of social media so people can join. It's going to be open for everyone. Then I want to create a Star Saber color scheme using my color scheme selector. So it's going to be applied in Neovim, in Ghosty, Sketchy Bar at the top, in my prompt, Starship, basically everywhere else. And finally, if I have time, I just want to create the blog post article for this video that I released a few days ago, which is the snacks picker. So let me just quickly thank the supporters. I'm just going to unfold my headings here. We have a few members, this membership, YouTube, Discord, coffee as well, super chats, and also the coffee or coffee supporters. I have them listed here. So just wanted to say thanks to each one of you. And let's see. Just gonna start a timer here. I don't want to play more than 20 minutes. All right, so where is this thing? Let me open it up. Play. And let's set the timer 20 minutes. Just gonna move this to this other desktop. Let's continue where we left off. Remember that I'm just going to be doing this for 20 minutes. Then we're gonna move to the other stuff that I mentioned, or that you can see here on the right hand side. Did I have to do? I don't even remember. Let's see. Speak to the graybeards. I think we can get there in 20 minutes. Now let's do that. Let's do that. Let me see my map. That. Here. I remember it was here. At the top. Why is it sending me this way? Remember that was somewhere here at the top. Let's zoom out. Right, so I guess I'll have to go here. From here. How can I get there? I guess through here. Speak to the graybeards. That's weird, man. Hey, thank you very much, Lou. It's fine, you know, things that happen all the time. But yeah, thanks for the kind words. Hold on, I just lost my second monitor. Let me just bring it back. All right, there we go. I remember that this was somewhere up here, but I don't know why it's showing up there. Let's go. Let's go and see what happens. Yep, I'm going to be creating content for quite some time. Well, I don't know for how long, you know, but for a while. And we'll see what comes out, you know.
But we can't afford it.
It took me weeks to find that thieves' den. I can't stop.
Old friend, patron of the great clan Battle Hall.
We only have 16 minutes left for Skyrim. Let's see what we can do. Alright, so I have to go that way, it seems. Let's see. Yep, I have to go this way. Can I fast travel here? No. Let's place the marker. I'll leave it. What I'm wondering is how am I gonna get here? How am I gonna get there? That's correct. Let's do it. Steel? No. Can I buy it?
Got the fleetest steeds in all the... Man like you needs a war horse, I reckon. Suppose so. Got one all saddled if you've got the coin.
1,000? Know how much I have?
Right?
How much I have? Where can I see that?
Throne.
I have no idea. Let's move on. How did you run, mother? How did I toggle that? Let's see. Controls. Print is with alt apps. The only problem is that I don't have caps here. I don't remember how I... Oh, there we go. Okay, whatever. Works. Do this. What do we have here? Fishing rod. I grabbed the salmon. Okay. What is this? Fishing supplies. Oh. Use fishing supplies. I don't want to fish right now, but it's good to know that this is here. Play. Oh, I don't have an axe. A pickaxe. What is this? Alright, so should I go around this then? I think so. What are you up to, man?
Stendar's mercy be upon you, for the vigil has none to spare.
Also remember, Lou, if you have suggestions for something that you would like to see, you can always suggest that in Discord. And if you were not here before, I'm going to be opening up Discord. So more people is going to be joining, I guess, within the next few days. Where's my sword? Here it is. And my... Where's my shield? Do I have it? Yeah, that happens to all of us. Lekoa. I have been spending more time setting up Neovim than doing other stuff, you know. So the problem is that you won't be able to stop using Neovim. If you already spent quite a few hours, it's addictive. You will not be able to go back to what you were using before. VS Code, nah, doesn't feel good after you try Neovim. But yeah, you'll get there. I mean, eventually you'll find your config and you'll get there. I shouldn't go up here. Should I go around this? Should I go up? What should I do here? No. Seems like I could go up, but I don't know. Oh, I see these motherfuckers there. Piece of shit. You have spent 3 months self-configuring NeoVim to the point. Oh, I haven't configured a debugging adapter yet. Okay, at least, you know, I can help with a few things. I've spent hours, not hours, I've spent days, no, not days. I've spent months configuring NeoVim. So at least I can save you some time, you know. You can grab some ideas or configuration from there. I'm not in the right place here, I know. Let's go. All right. I have 5 minutes left of playing Skyrim, and I haven't done anything yet. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. Oh, I see someone there. I remember these guys. Let's see if I can get him from here. Did I get this one? I don't want to get this one. Let's see. Did I get him? All right. Oh shit, here they come. Here they motherfucking come. All right. Your ass is over here. Let's do this. Should I fight these guys or should I just leave? You know, like why would I get in trouble here? You know? Oh shit. Oh no, I'm dead. Dead motherfuckers. Let's just get the fuck out. No, 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 no.
I'll show you a real fight.
Oh shit.
Good enough.
No.
Must have run off.
Think I should have left. Oh no, man. All the way back here. Fuck no. Alright, so I think we're done playing Skyrim for today. I'll continue tomorrow. Or maybe later on today. Let's move on to something else. I'm just gonna quit here to the desktop. And all right, just gonna stop this timer. don't want it to ring anymore. So what was I going to be doing next? I already thanked supporters. Skyrim for 20 minutes. Okay, Discord. Let's do that real quick. Just gonna bring up Discord. Okay. I just wanna finish configuring this stuff. Let's see. Under onboarding. Just want to change this. Just want to add a few more questions when someone joins. Let's see. I need another tab. Can I have multiple instances of Discord? No, I can't, right? In my browser. All right, this is what I'm going to do. There's two questions that get asked when someone joins. They get these roles assigned by default. General YouTube members information. Okay. After they join the server, on the channels and roles page, use them to assign roles. Let's see. Just see, I have some roles here. Just want to know if people are into NeoVim, VS Code, or something else for now. So let's just add a few questions here. Roles, macOS. Going to do this. And Linux, Linux, and Win. Should we do something for Windows users? Well, but if you're in this channel, you probably are a fan of either of these two. But sometimes you may be forced to use Windows. I guess that's another case. Let's add one for Windows. Windows. Need to create a role for this. Windows. And what is Windows? Just gonna leave it like that. roles, Windows. So when people pick that, they will get that role assigned, so that is just gonna help everyone else identify, okay, so this person is into Linux or is into Windows or whatever. Should I allow multiple answers? Going to change this to I'm just going to leave it the way it was. All right. I also want to know if someone text editor and new of him user, new of him VS Code. That's fine. Let's add something for Emacs users as well. I don't think there's gonna be many, but Emacs, we're just gonna give it this color. Save changes. Emacs user. Emacs. Oh, we need an emoji. This one is fine. And other. I don't care about other editors, to be honest. Let's leave it there. Other. And what icon can I use here? Dice, random, question mark maybe? Whatever. We add a role here. Let's try that. Other editor. Roles. Other. we have NeoVim assigns the NeoVim user role, VS Code user role, Emacs user, other. I also want to know, are you want to try NeoVim? Let's see, what else? I'm interested in this role. What emoji can I use there? Let's use this one. Because I can maybe help people, you know, during a live stream or something. I can help them setting up NeoVim for the first time, getting started and all that. So I think that's an idea. That's the reason why I have this question number 4 here. But let's see how this looks so far. If I click here, hey Yaroslav, how's it going? I already played Skyrim for 20 minutes. I just got killed. I didn't do anything basically. How's it going on your side? So let's see that someone joins, right? They're gonna see these two options. Wanna see what's up. They'll be added to YouTube members. Hold on. Okay. Channels. Dotfiles scavengers role, okay? You read the rules. Finish. All right. Okay. The post. These questions should be here. So when are they asked for these questions? Let's try it again. Now I'm bald, but free. I have long hair. I have had long hair for, I don't know, so many years. 15 years? No, more than that. Yeah, like 15 years maybe that I have had long hair. Let's see. Test. Someone share something here and get started, right? Explore NeoVim channel, all right? Get started. Share your favorite movies. Test. When they finish that, when do they get asked the other questions? I don't get this. I'm not understanding how this works then. Back to onboarding settings. All right, so Did I add the questions here then? What are these for then? God damn, I cannot move them. All right, let's give it a try. Question, what's your preferred OS? Hi, Elias. How's it going? macOS fanboy. Apple. macOS fanboy. All right. My other questions. All right. Move this. Should be good. Man, I should be able to move this stuff here. But nope, I can't. Linux fanboy. Let's try. Penguin. Linux fanboy. And my Windows fanboy. Windows. I set up a DC channel for business a few years ago and it was a mess. It looks like it's just becoming even more complicated. Yeah, 100%. Man, permissions and all that stuff in Discord are a little bit tricky, if we could say it that way. Assigning roles. I have YouTube memberships, right? So when someone joins through a YouTube membership, they automatically get a role. Or if someone donates in coffee, they automatically get a role. So you have to put them in the right order. And I don't know, it's just, I didn't know anything about Discord. What is this? Windows. I'm just learning about Discord as I'm doing all this stuff. Windows fanboy. There's the role, man. What do you mean? Windows fanboy. It's for good though, because you can customize a lot of stuff. Yep, that's true. Gives you a lot of flexibility. Yeah, my wife says that I should do how are these videos called for people to sleep? Yeah, people that have issues trying to sleep, that I should do those, and motherfuckers would fall asleep right away. So you can put a live stream when you're having a hard time sleeping at night, and you'll sleep like a baby, man. Why is this not taking this? I'm a Windows fanboy. Description. Yeah, there's the role. So what does it want then? One answer is required. What do you mean? I have two answers there. Or is it because of this? Because of this question. Oh, that was it. All right. I'm a Windows fanboy. Windows. Windows. Save. All right. I don't want multiple answers here because you're a fanboy of one of them. You cannot be a fanboy of macOS and Linux. I'm a fan of Linux as well, but only in servers. But I just want you to pick one here, because everyone's gonna pick macOS, and no, I just want you to pick one. Yeah. And put a mic by your MKB. What is MKB? You're a fan of both. Oh, my keyboard. Yeah. I have this application in macOS. Listen to this. This is not my keyboard. What you hear there is not my keyboard. It's an app, macOS app that triggers when you type a key, the sounds, right? So you can change the sounds and all that. So that would help a lot too. Okay, so let's see. OS, get the Mac OS roll, Linux, Windows fanboy. Let's see. Should I allow multiple answers? Let's do it. Let's see if this works anyway. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. All right. You read that? Okay. The fuck? You have one roll. What is this, man? Like, is this not working? What the? What the? Okay, there we go. This is what I wanted, all right? So you can pick. All right. Okay, so it's working. Add a question. All right. Your favorite text editor. Neovim. You will get the Neovim user role. You get a crown because you're the king. VS Code. VS Code user. What emoji should we choose? This one? No, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean to VS Code users. VS Code, you get the role. Emacs. The pregnant woman. Emacs. Emacs user. And yeah, if you're using Emacs, like a coworker of mine, motherfucker was old. Emacs. You can send auto perma ban if they choose VS Code. Sorry for spamming. No, that's not spamming, man. You can type as much as you want there. Come on, guys. You're gonna tell me that you started with Neovim. Like, ever since you got a computer and you decided to do some text editing, you started with Neovim? Or do you come from VS Code? Confess. This is a safe place. You started with Neovim. I don't trust that, man. Vim. What about you, Yaroslav? Seems like you were a VS Code user. Admit it. No shame. Let's see. Max and then other. Other editor. I don't get a dice in here. Oh, let's do it like this then. I've been playing with myself, but with VI too. Ever since you were little, you are little, man. How old are you? You said you're 21, right? How old are you, Elias? 25. Right, so Neovim, you get the roll. VS Code, you get that roll. Emacs, you get that roll. Other, you get that roll. All right. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong place. But let me just delete this. Here, Neovim, VS Code, Emacs, and other. You can choose multiple answers there, and it is required. And this one. Let's delete this. Add an answer. Test. And you get this. Wanna try Neovim. JetBrains tools. Too much for your PC, then VS Code optimizations, then set. Then you switch to Neovim after 11 tries and misery. Yeah, my first experience with Neovim was, well, not Neovim, Vim. Has been, I don't know, years ago. Because I used to take a lot of networking related courses, right? Linux courses and all that stuff. And I remember editing one of the Linux files, right? And it was supposed to, well, it opened Vim. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Why can't I type? And if I type, how do I save? And it was like, why do people use this, man? Just quit out of that and then switch back to Nano. And use Nano for quite a long time. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this looks good. Let me save this. I don't know what these post join questions are then. I don't understand what they're for. This is required. I'm interested in learning. Add an answer. No. Does it allow me to set this? A role. You get the Neovim user role. Does it allow me to use custom emojis there? Nice. Let's see. Preview. So after using Nano in, Linux servers, I finally decided I need to get good at Vim. Because every time that you remote or USSH into a server, there's always going to be Vim, right? Doesn't matter what distribution it is, if it's a Debian server, Ubuntu, even a really small Alpine Linux server, I think normally they have VI installed. So I said to myself, I have to get good at Vim. I tried it, it sucked, so I just quit. I said, no, this is not for me. But I didn't like that feeling of being defeated, right? So I tried it again and again and again and again until I finally decided. Then I was using VS Code. If I needed to edit something, I did it in VS Code, right? I'm not a dev, but I did need to modify some scripts for my router, which is a MikroTik router. I did it in VS Code until one day, thanks to this man here, the Primogen, just watched one of his videos and he was transitioning from Vim to NeoVim back then. And I just said, fuck it, let's do it. And here I am, like a year after, you know, of using NeoVim. Maybe a little bit less than a year of using NeoVim. But Vim motions are tough when you just get started. So let's see. If you're a Mac OS fanboy, Linux fanboy, Windows. How did you guys feel with Vim motions at the beginning? Like HJKL, man, that's tough. Then A or I to insert, R to replace, X to delete. How did you feel? I was completely slow when I started, extremely slow. Let's say that I choose this, right? Where's the other questions? Question 2 out of 2. No, but there's more, man. So I have question 2 and 3. Does it take a while? Let's see, let's just give it a few minutes. Let's preview it again. Okay, macOS fanboy. Okay, there we go. Your favorite text editor. Choose all that apply. NeoVim. NeoVim. Okay, cool. That's all I want for now. Let's see. J and K. Yep. Use the middle finger for going upwards. What are you talking about? Are we still talking about NeoVim here, or you're talking about something else already? Bro's getting excited here. Just kidding, man. Middle finger for going upwards. I don't know which one is up or down. If you tell me which one takes you up, J or K, I have no idea. I have to look and I'm like, maybe K. But my fingers know, right? So it's K. My fingers know. Just put them here and they already know which one is which. But if you ask me, I have no idea. K is up. Right. So this is looking good so far. I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this. I don't want to ask other questions at the moment. Those are the only ones that I need. What happens for existing users? Can you assign your roles, Yaroslav? If yeah, these changes are saved, right? So does it allow you to select your roles? How? No idea. But can you check if as a Discord member you can select your own roles? I don't know how to do that, because this is gonna work for new users, right? But existing ones, I don't know how they get their roles. Let me see if I go to here, for example, and I try to get a role myself. How do I do it? Go to channels and rules. Oh, channels and roles. Oh, so this is where you get them. Oh, I see. Okay. JKL and semicolon and arrows. Oh, so you move them, right? Elias, instead of HJKL, you move them to JKL colon, right? Um, I don't know. I would have to think about the downsides of that. I got used to it already, and I cannot switch to something else, right? I cannot retrain myself to use them that way, JKL and colon or semicolon to move around. No, I'm used to this already. But have you found any downsides of doing this, of remapping them to JKL and semicolon? Have you found any blockers or something? Let's see. So if I come here, yeah, J has the notch in the normal position. Yep. So then you switch back to HJKL. And also on roles. Okay, great. So you get the questions here, you get the roles there. All right. Let's share this in social media then. Going to create an invite here. Create one that never expires. Generate a new link. Copy. Your invite link will never expire. Yep. Just gonna leave it here. Going to delete this one because it's confusing. So this is the one that I want. Gonna share this in social media. I'm just gonna bring this over to my other screen. The custom setup for about a week. Yeah, so you went back then to the default keys, right? Yeah, it's better, you know. And you would think, you know, that's a good idea to switch them to JKL because your finger, your index finger is always resting in J. Well, the Glove 80 doesn't have that notch, and I didn't like that at the beginning because I always use my two fingers to find my way around the keyboard. Doesn't matter what keyboard it is, right? But this one does not have the notch on the J and the F keys. But you get used to it. I don't know, it's strange, right? So I don't know, my hands just find it and I don't have to. It's weird. Maybe the thumbs, right? My thumb is the one that helps me. Okay. Let's see. Let me just share this message. I'm just gonna share this invite link. Where's the image that I want to share? Posts. I think this is the one that I want to share. Yep. What's the message that I'm gonna type? gonna grab this, put it here, and I'm going to paste the link here. This was the one. Yeah, I just want a simple message for now. We're also going to replace this in my blog post because I have a banner in my blog post. So we're gonna do that right after. Let me just grab this. Going to create a post here. Just gonna grab this text. And I'm gonna grab this image. Hold on, guys. I'm just going to send this, and I'll see you, and I'll see what you're typing right now. Let me just try to send this. I don't have a second monitor, so it sucks. I'm using my iPhone right now as the second monitor, so it's really difficult to use that small screen as a monitor. Okay, there we go. Grab this image, paste the text. I just shared it. Here now. Just shared it in Twitter, LinkedIn as well. Let me share it. The other social media platforms. Okay. The image again. Publish now. On Discord. Okay, let me just make sure. Let me bring this over here. All right. Yep. Why does it why does it do this to the link? It shortens the links. I have no idea, but I don't care. Hey, Egi Magyar. I'm probably not pronouncing your name correctly. Hey, how are you doing? Where are you from? Where are you guys from? I know that Yaroslav is from Poland, I guess. But yeah, I already shared this then. I want to share a Discord link. I want to update this in my blog post as well. Notice that I have a banner here. I'm going to use the same one. Okay, you're from Ukraine, but you live in Poland, Hungary. Now we have people from all over the place here. Look at this. You're gonna notice something really cool. For search and replace in Neovim, I'm working on this video. The plugin maintainer for this plugin that I'm using right now, it's the one that comes with LazyVim, Grokvar for search and replace. And I know that I should probably be using a template or something instead of having this entire Discord server stuff in here, but I just wanted to do it that way. Let's do this. I'm gonna show you right now something really cool. And this is the link. Right, join the Discord server in this link. I'm going to paste the image. All right, yep, I'm going to paste the image here. Where's the image? This one. I don't want to use this one. Let's see, where's the other image? This one. Should I leave that one? Should I change it? Join Discord. Let's change it. Just gonna paste this image here. Alt 1. Is this a thumbnail image? Nope. Enter the image name. Discord free. Okay, so there's the image. I'm responsible for you needing to buy a Glove 80. Why? Why is that? There's some updates regarding my Glove 80 though. If you notice the switches that I'm using right now, I'm back in the Red Pros. I explained that in the stream yesterday. Because I received the Plum Blossoms. I switched them over. They were great. I loved them. But my fingers started to hurt. I don't know why, because they're a little bit heavier than these Red Pros, right? So I went back to the Red Pros from the Plum Blossoms. So if you are used to mechanical keyboards already, I don't think you should have a problem, you know. But if you're not used to them, I come from a Magic Keyboard, you know, in Mac OS, which are pretty soft. So if that's your case, just make sure you choose the right one. You'll send me the bill. All right, let's see. Oh, this is what I want. I'm going to put this here. The image, where is it? Now, this is strange. 1, 2. Okay. Gonna grab this. Okay, that's the image. I want to use the new link. This one. I'm gonna paste that here. Let's give this a try. I'm going to replace this whole thing. Going to replace this whole thing. Look at this plugin. I don't have my hands floating when typing. Yeah, I have them floating now, you know. I used to have the palm rests in the Glove 80, right? They used to be here, but it makes the keyboard way too big. It occupies too much space. You cannot move it around. So it's just too much. So I just decided to take them off. I like it this way, but my fingers hurt regardless if I had the palm rests or not, because I experimented, you know. I tried and it didn't fix it until I switched back to these Red Pros. And now my hands are good again. Pay attention to this. I'm going to replace this on every one of my blog post articles, right? So I just select it in visual mode, see how easy this is. And I'm just going to type here space SR for search and replace, right? So notice what it's searching right now. It's searching for that whole thing, and it found 33 matches in 33 files, right? And I want to replace that with this, right? So I just paste that here in the replace section, and that's it. Look at this beauty. Let me make sure that that's right. So when I'm ready to replace everything, I just do this. What is this key? / backslash, whatever the fuck this is next to P, / R, and it was replaced in the 33 files, right? So I went from that whole thing to this really easily. You cannot do that easily in any other editor, right? So this is extremely useful. Let's see if it worked actually. If I go here to Kirby, you can do that in Z. Oh, interesting. Yep, it seems to be working just fine. Let me see if it takes you to the right place. Yep. And if you click on the image, see what happens. It takes you to the right place as well. My Discord server is now open to the public. Feel free to join and hang out with others. Joining this link. All right. Just need to modify the about page because where is it? About. Because the image is not 2 directories below, but just 1. There we go. Let me push these changes. Let's see all of the files were changed. Yep. Yep. It's looking good. How did you configure LazyGit like that? If you notice, first of all, it opens in the entire screen, right? And this is in LazyVim. So I don't go out of NeoVim, I'm sorry. So I just type here Alt G and it's just going to bring it up. And one of the things that I changed is that I just wanted it to show in full screen because it didn't by default. So to do that, if you go to the snacks, hold on, let me go to my .files. You go to the snacks file. You're gonna notice here LazyGit. Where is it? LazyGit here. This is the LazyGit snack. I just modified the background color for the line that you see here, this gray color, because it was the visual mode color. I didn't like that. So that's one thing that I changed. And here, the width and the height under this win section, set them to 0. And for it to look like this on one side and this on the other side, let me see if I left notes here. That's why you see everything documented in my notes, because I don't remember about shit, right? So I have to come back and read. No. Okay, you will be able to find here LazyGit. Look at this. This is in a different path. This is not NeoVim related, but this is the LazyGit configuration itself. That file's latest LazyGit. So notice that under Git paging, this is where I set it. The pager is this delta dark paging never syntax theme is this. I found this information here and then here. Just first make sure that you install this git delta or it's not gonna work. So just install this, modify this in the configuration file in this file, you should be good to go. Right, so where was I? Hold on. Oh, here. Just gonna push these changes. Just let me double check one more time. This is not live yet. This is, notice that this is my home version, right? So let's see if, just let me check one of the other sites here. Discord, yep. It opens it in a new tab, which is what I want. And yep. Let me push these changes. I know that I should have used a template or something instead of doing all this, but I just want each one of the blog post articles to be a markdown file, right? I don't want to have HTML stuff included in there, but I will probably do that in the future. We'll see. All articles. Let's push that. Let's see. Let me see if someone has joined. I heard a few messages. Okay. Elijah joined. Joe the Vivo. About GH dash. Let me see. What is that? Is that related to what we were looking at? Inside a floating term. What is that GH dash? Can you explain a little bit more, hackerware? The dash thing looks amazing. What are you guys talking about? Is it this? Okay, the changes were pushed. Let's see if I can see that in my blog post. I shouldn't get the update button here at the bottom. I used to get a blue button for updates. So should be showing there already. Yep. So this is live already. My blog post on each one of the articles, even the about page. And it should work here too. Yep, it does. And it does. All right. Let me see. Let me see what you guys are talking about. H dash. You pasted the link above. Man, I don't see the link. Did YouTube delete it or something? Yeah, I guess it deletes links. Am I the only one that cannot see the link? Can you try to paste it again? Or am I blind? I'm blind actually. Let's see. GH dash. Let me see if I can look for it here. This one. Is this the one? Hackerware? Okay, this is the one. GH dash. Let's see what this is. Oh. This is nice, you know. This looks nice because yeah. And I guess it must have like like a NeoBim integration or something. But this is not specifically for NeoBim, right? It's just a TUI like LazyGit. But there must be, I guess, like an integration. Yeah, because it's not nice when you have to leave. I have to leave LazyGit. And then I have to go to GitHub to work on pull requests and PRs, you know. So would be nice. I guess this allows you to stay in your terminal without leaving. You can submit PRs. You can approve them, I guess, as well. Issues. Nice. Thanks for that recommendation. I'm gonna start it so that I can just remember about it. Every time that you find nice tools like this, just feel free to share them here or in Discord, because it's always nice. Okay, so I already shared the Discord link. Let me see here. Yep, Discord is looking good. What now? What's next? Oh, okay, I want to create a new color scheme. Let's see. You guys are probably going to be too young to know who this is. But this, I watched this when I was a kid, really small kid. And I just want to create a color scheme with the colors of Star Saber. But it doesn't have many useful images. I guess it's too old. It was not as popular as Optimus Prime. So there's not too many images, you know, high quality images that I could use for inspiration. This one has has the colors that I need, I guess. Let's see. Open image, a new tab. It's gonna save this image. I already have a folder here. Where did I save it? Star Saver. Look at this image. So I just wanna, let me download this one here. Just wanna grab the colors, basically. No, these colors are not good. I think that these colors should be good to start with. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I have a color scheme selector. Let me show it to you real quick. If I type here, Hyper-C N, I get this FCF menu, right? So I can pick between one of these color schemes that I have here, right? So let's say that, for example, I go to the Eldritch colors, which is the one that I used before this. You're gonna notice that a lot of things are gonna happen, right? So I'm just gonna hit enter here, and it's going to change my colors in NeoVim, in Skitty notes on the right, in my prompt. It's restarting NeoVim as well, and it should restart Kitty as well. Notice that it also changed the colors here at the very top of the screen in Sketchy Bar. If I quit NeoVim here, notice that it also changed the colors here in my Starship prompt. What happened to Kitty? I don't know. Didn't want to open? It's fine. Let's just open it. But notice that it also changed the colors here in Kitty, right? So I want to create a color scheme using these colors for Star Saber. Just want to give it a try. I don't think it's gonna work, you know, but I just want to give it a try. Color scheme selector. Okay, so the only thing that I have to do, I have configured this already, so that if I add a new file in this directory, it's automatically going to pick it up. Older versions of a specific file. What I usually do, later GL. letter GL. I just go to the no, there is there's a way. There's something that I do in LazyVim. Hold on. All right, Yaroslav, we'll see you another day. Let me see if I can remember. Letter GF, I think it is. Yep. So notice that this the commits that you see here are only related to this file, right? They are only specifically related to this file that I'm on. That's a key map that Folky configured in LazyVim, right? So it's just letter GF. If I go to a different file, for example, the key maps, that's a file that I work a lot in. If I type here letter GF, git log for this specific file, right? So notice that all of the commits listed here are related to this file only. From there to seeing the raw file at a specific version. Oh, I see. I haven't experimented with that. I just revert to a commit, you know, if I need to revert to it. And I do that in GitHub, to be honest. I just don't do it here. If I need to see the raw version of a specific file, an old version, I just do it in GitHub. All right, so let me go back here then. Where was I? Here, okay. So that's what I want to do. I want to use these colors in a color scheme and see what happens. I don't think that's gonna work or it's going to look good or anything, but I just want to give it a try. Hold on. So let's see, let's experiment. There's a page, image 2x colors. Color from image. Is this the one? Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. Drive, images, star Saber. Should I use these colors or should I use these? These look more like the real thing. Or maybe a variation, maybe this one. This looks quite nice. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with this. Does this extract the colors? Git work trees and to create a new work tree specifically at that commit. No, I don't think this one is going to work. Or I remember there was a website that used to show me the list of colors. No, that this is not what I want. Is it this one? Let's see. No, this is just a color picker. If you guys find the site that I'm looking for, just let me know. Is this the one? Okay, this is closer. I don't see the yellow here though. So what the hell, man? Where's the yellow? Oh, this is not accurate. It doesn't pick up all the colors. Let's see if I stored it. Hold on. Color. Let me see if I stored it. Color. Nope. Should have stored that, man. Oh, you know what? I remember that. This is the one. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. This has to be the one. Browse image URL. What are you talking about? The image is only 64 kilobytes, man. Is it the format? You don't like the format? Prefer a URL? Let's see. Let's try a different one. Let me try this one. Let's see what happens. Oh, hold on, hold on. No, why are you taking both? No, I don't want both. I know where it is. Hold on. I know where it is. VS Code create theme. I found it when I was creating a VS Code theme. Hold on. I'm gonna pause this. This is the one. Let me see if this is the one. Yep, this motherfucker is the one that I was looking for. I should store this. All right, so YouTube. All right. These are all the colors that are in this image. It doesn't look that well. Reduce brightness. Get colors. Let's try it again. Okay. But where's the yellow? Does it not recognize it? Why is it not picking up the yellow? Let's see, what are you guys saying here? GitHub view files. Let's do it manually then. You know what? Let's fucking do it manually. I'll use this color picker that I was using before, and I'm just gonna be clicking on the colors that I wanna get. Let's try this one. Let's get the yellow here. Let's see what happens. There are two different yellows, all right. That doesn't look right. Let's see. It's gonna name this star Saber. Let's apply some colors here. All right, the main colors. I want red. Definitely want red. Let's grab this one. I want blue as well, of course. I want sort of like grayish. Oh, this is not gonna look good. This is not going to look good. Let's see what happens. No, you know what? Let's try a different image. Let's try this one. And I use more blues. A darker blue. And it's too similar. I want the color of the eyes. How can I get that? Need some red. I have 3 blues already. Let's just leave those 3. Let's try this red. Let's try this yellow here. Let's try this white. This one. That's too white. Let's complete white. Let's try this. Looks yellowish. Old block. Comments. Let's do them a different color. This one. The background, all right. I'm gonna use a dark blue as the background, I think. Not sure. Let's see. Okay. Which one is this blue? 2D63. Let's try this. Let's try this and let's see what happens. Is it too dark? Let's try this one. Underline spell bad. Well, let's just grab another red from here. The same red. You know what? I'll use the same one here. Yellow, I just want to use the same one. Line across the cursor. Let's see what we have so far. Man, this is not going to be nice. This is going to look like crap, I think. Let's see. Our Saber. Let's switch to a different file. The background has to be darker. One is the background. This one. I had it. It's gonna close this, this. Let's try this background. Let's see. Interesting. Looks like. Let's try a different blue here. We're going to change that for a red. Going to modify these two. Gonna swap them. Should I swap them? Should I remove this one? Which red? This red maybe? Should this one be this one? And that one be this one? Let's see, let's see. Right, was that one? Hold on. It's this one. Oh, what was the other blue? Oh yeah. Let me see something. It's color too. I know what I wanna do. Hold on. I wanna change this. This. No, I think I will continue with this color scheme offline, guys. I'm going to work on the blog post article. I'm going to leave this here for now. I have to figure out what colors I want to use for this. But once I have something ready, I'll make sure to share it with you. Okay, but for now, let's just leave it like that. I don't want to continue with this for now. Aerospace. Oh, fuck. That's gonna take way too long. Let's see. Let me just close out of all these. Aerospace. Okay. So everyone has been switching over to Aerospace recently. I'm still using Yabai. I don't know. I don't see the reason why switching to Aerospace. Multi-monitor setup, please make sure that monitors are properly arranged. Okay. I see. So git work trees. Okay, interesting. Let's give this a try then. Let's see what happens when I try Aerospace. I'm going to install it first and we'll go from there. I'm using Yabai now, so I think I will have to disable Yabai. Yabai stop service. Okay, so Yabai is stopped. Aerospace was installed. What happens if I open it then? Okay, I need to give it this permissions. Password. All right. So where do I see it? Any Aerospace users around here? Let's open it again. Okay. Something happened. Oh shit. So what is happening right now? I see the chat in the background. I did stop Yabai, right? Yeah, Yabai stopped. Let me quit Ghosty. Let me open it again. Then browser. Let me quit. Let me open it again. All right. How do I configure it? Uh-huh. Where's the documentation? Aerospace guide. Okay, so you just installed it first. Just installed it. Config location. Aerospace.toml. All right. Default config. Let's go there. So if I go to, I don't see the chat, by the way, because Aerospace just messed everything up. Aerospace. Should be here. Nope, it's not there. Okay, so it does not create a default configuration file. I have to create it then. Should I copy this default config? Oh, okay, here it is. Here's the command. Okay, how do I modify the paddings? Aerospace. You know what? How do I stop aerospace? Aerospace. Hell no. Let's see, I just want to go back to what I had before. That was crazy. That was crazy. Hell no. I'm not dealing with aerospace at the moment. It is. No, I have to put a lot of time into that. I have to figure out how it works. And I've been streaming for way too long now. So I think I will try aerospace out, but not just now. No. Hold on. Give me a moment. You cannot get the Same awesome tiling window manager experience on Mac like on Linux. Hyperland. Hardware is better, battery life, and screen quality. To use a MacBook, just as the dumb client to connect over VNC to a Linux desktop. Oh, I have connected VNC to Linux desktops. I have quite a few actually. Well, but I'm not running Linux. I'm not running a desktop version, but I do have. Let me see. Let me see if I can show you here. Quite a few Linux machines. But they don't have any desktop installed, right? And yeah, I do feel lag. It doesn't feel. I couldn't use it that way. It's too laggy. It's way too laggy. But I do have to try window managers in Linux. I know nothing about them, but someday I will. But I just use Linux mainly for servers. That's what I use them for. I have spent way too many hours in Mac OS trying to figure stuff out, but I don't want to put the time into Linux at the moment. Let's try something else. Aerospace was a complete and utter failure. I have to invest a little bit more time on it because it's just going to, well, as you noticed, it messes up my stream, right? Because Yabai is already configured to put windows in specific places, right? So Yabai puts Kitty here. It also puts the chat in here. So when I disabled Yabai and I enabled Aerospace, everything went downhill, right? I don't know what mode it was on. I think that by default it was in accordion mode, if I'm not mistaken, because each app was on the back of the other apps. Default root container layout tiles. So why were all of them showing behind one another? So no, Aerospace is gonna require a little bit more time if I wanna have it working the same way that I use Yapai. I don't like tiles. So if you notice, each one of my apps is just, I just have an app on the screen at a time, right? But I'll have to play around with Aerospace to be able to get to that point. And since I don't use workspaces, I don't see the point actually in using Aerospace or trying Aerospace. But we'll see. We'll see what happens there. I want to move on to the next thing then, which is the snack speaker blog post. So let's do that real quick. Well, not real quick because the video is quite long, to be honest, but I'll try to do it fast. Let's see where it is. Where is it? Snack speaker. This is the one that you're going. Let's see. Let's jump back to the blog post. Going to add it here, Neovim 2025 February 10 snack speaker. Gonna insert my snippet here, blog post template, and I use the same title that I have here. I'm also going to use the same description if I have a description here. All right, so we have the title, we have the description, categories. Let me see what categories I used here. Just gonna grab these same ones. Yep, it's a Neovim plugin. Let's do that. And I just have the base here. YTEM. This is the snacks video. Telescope versus snacks picker and Neovim. No, it's not that one. It's why I'm moving from telescopes to snacks picker. This is the one. Let me see if it's the right video. 6M0 share. So yeah, P6M0. That's the one. A Discord server. Oh, I have to fix that because I already updated that. Fix this as well. Okay, let's start then. In this video, I want to go over a new picker that was created by the LazyVim distribution maintainer. I'm probably not gonna pronounce the name right, but I just call him Folky. Sorry if that's not the way. If you know how, just let me know. There's a lot of stuff that I need to cover and demo, so I'll try to move fast. First of all, as you can see here on the right hand side, why didn't I switch to FCF Lua? I have been using Telescope since I started with Neovim. Everyone moved over to FCF Lua. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people. I couldn't because of a few features that were not available. One of them, and the main one, is this frequency. Let me switch to my dotfiles latest, and I'm going to open here the snacks file. Let's search here for frequency. This is the one. So what is this frequency about? Let me again open the new picker. I'm going to press here liter space. That's the way that I navigate my files. And I'm going to search for something here. I'm going to type here options. Notice that I have two different files. The first one is in the Neovim directory, and the second one is in the LazyVim directory. I never opened this one, right? So when I look for options here, I don't want to see this at the top. And without frequency, that's what would happen. And I guess because it's sorted alphabetically, not sure. But with frequency, you're going to notice that on the left-hand side, on each one of the files, there is a number, and that is the score of each one of the files. Every time I open a file, it increases its score. So notice that this one has a higher score because I open it most of the times, so it's going to show up at the top. FCF Lua didn't have this option. I'm not sure if it has it now, but I did have this option in Telescope. So that's why I was sticking to Telescope still. If you're still using Telescope and you don't want to migrate to this new picker, and you want to find out more about the frequency option, I have this video that I released. Okay, let's resume that here. One of the main, I used distro bulky from to FCF Lua a few months. I didn't switch. One of the main reasons was frequency. This is let's hope that allows, that gives the scores of files every time you open them. So the most, so the more times you open a file, the higher its score will be. So the next time you open Telescope, search for a file, and there are the files with same name, the one with the higher score, and show at the top. If you are still using Telescope and want to learn more about this recency plugin, I have a video EX, and that video is recency, telescope recency. I'm just going to add it here as well. Recency. Yep, that's the video. Let's just make sure that this is looking good so far. Chirpy. Chirpy, there we go. Why is it not showing up there? Didn't I choose the right date or something? Let's see. Oh, okay, that's why it's showing up at the bottom. 2025, February 10. I'm just gonna leave that time. Oh, the image, I'm going to update the image. Where's the image for this? If we go to YouTube, Neovim, Snack Speaker, this image, just gonna paste it here. Alt 1. Is this a thumbnail image? Yes. Enter the image name. Snacks. Snack Speaker. I don't need this. I just need the image. There we go. Para mimir. Let's see. Let's ban this person. What is this person doing here? How can I ban someone? Put user in timeout. All right, let's see. If I go to the browser again, here it is. Has the right image. The video is showing there. Prerequisites. I think what I'm going to add some prerequisites there. The video is showing up there. So just gonna grab this. Yep, just gonna grab the same thing. Paste it here. All right.
6 months ago, telescope recency. Reasons why I didn't switch over to FCF Lua is because I couldn't start it in normal mode. Let me bring up my buffers picker. I'm just gonna type here capital H, or that would be Shift.
Okay. This is another
H,
reason.
and notice that the buffers picker shows up. These are the different buffers that I have.
To FCF Lua is because I couldn't. Normal mode, and I just move down and select the desired buffer. Just gonna leave a screenshot there because it doesn't make much sense. If I jump here to my dot files, let me switch to another file. This keymaps file. So if I type Shift H, this is what I'm talking about, right? So it starts in normal mode and I can just go down. Notice that these are my open buffers. So I see here that I have 9 open buffers. It's the ones that are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this and I'm just gonna add it there. People can have a better idea of what I'm talking about. And Alt 1. Is this a thumbnail image? No. Snack, speaker, snack, speaker, buffers. What happened here? Let me search next speaker buffers. There we go. Next speaker buffer. Don't you end up with many buffers after jumping around? Do you manually delete the ones that you don't use? Yep, actually I do. And I noticed that's why I left the number here, right? So when I see this number growing too big, you know, or if I need to go to another buffer, I use the alternate buffer a lot, right? So if I want to go to the previous file, I just type space, backspace, later backspace. So I switch between the last two files like this a lot. And if you also notice, I do the same thing with tmux session. So if I type shift, it takes me to the other tmux session, which is my blog post. If I type it again, I jump back to the dot files, right? So I use those two a lot. And sometimes I need to navigate the open buffers, right? So I'm in my dot files here and I bring up this list. And sometimes I have too many, I just type D and get rid of them. Well, actually, there's a different way that I do it now. If I hit tab here, selects them, tab, tab, tab. I don't want this one. Oh, I'll have to configure it so that the cursor stays in the same place when I select the file because I don't want it to move down. On this one, and if I just type D, it's just going to close them. But yeah, that's the way that I close them. Or I just type D on them, right? If I just type D, it's just going to close the buffer. In the image below, okay?
Tab open right now. Notice that I have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is the number that you see here on the top left corner. I don't like having a lot of tabs here at the top. Instead, this is the way that I navigate my buffers. And as you noticed, when I brought this up, it started automatically in normal mode. It didn't start in insert mode, so I can navigate the files up and down. Let me do it again. I'm just gonna close here, and I bring it up again. Notice that it starts automatically in normal mode, and I can go down to this file if I want to. I didn't find an easy way to do that in FCF Lua. I can do it with the new picker. And one of the other reasons is that I didn't know when I hovered over one of the images, it would get stuck. So I'm just gonna search here for AVIF. Notice that it does not show me the image, that's fine, but it doesn't get stuck, right? So if I go to the image below, I can go through these different images.
Yep, this is another reason as well.
nothing happens. I just see a warning that it's a binary file. I see some information about the image, but it doesn't get stuck. Someone in Discord pointed out that it was an issue with macOS, not sure, but it's just something that I was personally experiencing with FCF Lua. Let me show you the different pickers. I'm just gonna go to my daily notes here. I took some screenshots yesterday. So I'm just going to open this file, leader MP. That's the way that I configured it to open the preview for the file that I was looking at here. So this is this exact same file. I'm just looking at the images. I can look at the images here inside Neovim, no issue with that, but I prefer to see them here in the preview. So these are the different picker layouts that were created by Folky. Notice that this is the default one, the one that we see at the very top. I'm just gonna scroll through them, so just pause the video and check them out. This is the default one. Here is dropdown, shows at the bottom. Notice you get the preview on the top. Ivy, which is my favorite one. This is the one that I use all the time.
I'm gonna grab these images and I'm just gonna paste them here. Where are they? They're in my notes somewhere. What day was that?
Here is dropdown, preview. So these are the, I'm just looking at the
Very first. Okay. What was the key map that I used to copy files? You know what? I'll do something else. Where are all these images? I'm gonna grab them and I'm gonna put them in the blog post. Just want people to have a reference there. Just gonna add them here in assets. I don't know, it's IMG images. Should I add them there or not? That's going to be a little bit more space. Let's do it. Where should I put them? I'm going to add a section here. What am I gonna call it? Here. Snacks, picker, sample images. Alt 1. Just gonna search for one of them. What was it called? 250201. Okay, so how do I bring them all here? Let's jump back here. Just gonna compare them. First I want that 13, 20, 50. Okay, this one is not default. The default one. $17. Drop down. Oh man, this is gonna take some time. IV is 13, 21, 16. Should I just rename them? I think that's gonna be easier. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna rename this one. This is gonna rename them. This is drop down. Drop down. IV. 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 Split. Am I getting that warning there? I don't care. As long as it works. Select. Sidebar. Telescope. Vertical. VS Code. Oh, I didn't change it. VS Code. And that's it. Okay, now let's grab all these and let's just bring them over here. Let's get the delete the old ones. Yep, these. And I'm just going to paste them. There we go. That's gonna be easier. All right. Now one was default. We are using blink here. Drop down. Drop down. IV. And I grab 3 more. Then IV. Then IV split. Then we have select. Then we have sidebar, and we need 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bar. and telescope. After telescope, we have vertical. Oh, vertical. Then we have VS Code. VS Code. Then we have did I miss something? Let's see. Default, snack speaker. Default, drop down, maybe. Maybe split. Select. Select. Yep. Then we have sidebar. Sidebar. Telescope. Telescope. Then we have vertical. Vertical. VS Code. VS Code. Is that it? Let me see. No, I can look at it here. So we have, let's compare them real quick. Drop down Ivy. I have default, drop down, Ivy, Ivy split, select, sidebar, telescope, yep, vertical, and VS Code, vertical, and VS Code. Yep, and we don't need this one anymore. All right, took a long time just to get those images there. Max picker sample images.
Not the images. I can look at the images here inside Neovim. Are here. Is view right now a view around in the community here. In any of my tab here. Here is, notice that I'm in the snacks.lua file. If you want to know the path for this file, you can see it at the very top here. Here is where the file lives, and this is the name of the file, snacks.lua. I'm going to show you how to install it later on, but I just want to go over the configuration before we do that. Here are the options. That's it. So let's start here with the key maps. Notice this.
Okay, so now we're moving over to the configuration file. Ooh, this is going to...
GL. I just wanted to modify the layout for this picker. So this is the way that I do it. I specify the layout here. Otherwise, all of the different pickers use the IV layout. I'm going to show you where I set that up in a little while. But if I type here, liter GL, you're going to notice that I'm using this layout for this specific picker. Notice the picker name is shown here, right? And where did I get this from? If we go to GitHub right now, here in the picker documentation file, I'm going to search here for git log, and let's go to the key maps. Here it is. This is the one. So notice that I just basically copied this into here. And I just specified a different key map, GL, and I specified the options that I want to modify inside here, including the layout. If I delete these, I'm going to get some warnings. Not sure why, so I just left them there. If you know how to fix that or the proper way of doing this, please let me know. This is another picker that I had in Telescope, Leader TT, which just goes through my incomplete tasks, but this time using the snacks picker. Notice that here is the search expression using regex, in which directories I want to search. Notice that I want to start it in normal mode, so that's the way that you configure it, using this in here. And I also specified the layout here. So if I switch to my blog post, I think I have some tasks here. So I'm just going to press here, Leader TT. You're going to notice that.
Okay, let's move on to the configuration then. Snacks picker configuration. My dotfiles. Gonna grab this here. My snacks. In my dotfiles, I'm just going to delete this in my files. Here's the file. Let's just go here. The file is snacks.lua. Let me open that in GitHub. I'm just gonna copy the URL for this. And I'm just going to paste it here. Plugin snacks.lua. So that should take you there. Here's the file. Okay. At the top of the file, you're gonna be able to find the keys section. The keys section, which is where I configure some key maps from Telescope. Notice that I specify layout for some of the key maps. For example, for the which layout do I use there? Of all right. Just some instructions there. Let's see. Oh, the custom key maps. Okay, let me leave those there. Oh, something else that I forgot as well that is going to be useful. FCF Lua. No. Yeah, this one. I create another section here. That I no, it's Lua. Paste this here. More about how, oh, I think I have that already. Manage tasks. Yep, this is what I need. This. Let's see.
Notice that these tasks are not completed. I start in normal mode so I can scroll down, just see the tasks. Notice that I get a preview on the right, and I can just keep scrolling through the different tasks. What if I just press enter in one of these? It takes me there. It's just folded. That's the way that I set it up, but I'm there. If I press the other key map that we're going to see next, leader TC, that is going to show me the completed tasks. So I can go here, and it seems to be working quite well.
Which is similar, but I leader TC. Yep, leader TC. But it puts me in normal mode. What happened here? Okay. Oh, come on, man. All right. Put me in normal mode by default. What else? Let's see.
If you want to understand how I set up tasks,
Tasks,
picker,
tasks.
so list the Git branches with the snags picker. Notice the layout that I'm using here is select. So if I type at work, I play around with a lot of different.
If you want to see how the different key maps work and what they do, we demo that in the video.
A lot of different branches, so sometimes I just need to search and switch to the branch real quick, and that's why I didn't start it in normal mode here. Notice the next one here, Alt-K, and this is the snags picker key maps. I'm opening it in the vertical layout. Alt-K, let's see what it shows up here. This is just all the key maps that I have. Sometimes I just need to see if a key map is already taken, right? So if I type here, Alt 2, for example, I can see that it's taken. 3 is not taken, right? But if I type this, it shows up and I know that I cannot.
I have another Alt K that shows me all the find it, hit enter. I need to see if a key map is taken.
I cannot use it anymore. Or let's say that I don't remember a key map, right? So I'm gonna type here GitHub. Notice all of the different key maps that I have related to GitHub. I can switch to normal mode here really quick, and I can go down. And let's say that I want to execute this key map. Open the current files GitHub repo link. Just gonna hit enter here, and notice that it executed the key map, which is just wonderful. My entire configuration is in my .files. So if you find useful information, make sure to give them a star. We are at around 430 stars at the moment. So once you're here, if you find useful information, just start the repo. All right, so going back here, we already saw this key maps one. Liter space is my file picker. So that's why you see me typing here liter space, which is basically the same key. And I search for stuff here, right? One of them that I search for all the time is my key maps file. Notice that it shows at the top. And notice that it has a higher score compared to the one right below, which is this lazyvim. I always want to open this one, so that's quite useful. If I type enter, it's going to take me to that file, of course. Then I can switch back to the alternate file, liter backspace. That's the way that I configured it. It takes me back. Notice which picker this one is. It's the files picker. Here are the different options. In case that you want to override the layout and use a different one, you can
Liter space. No, I don't think I need
specify
to cover
all
that.
Puts me in right now, shows most recently letter D. The default is DD. I just do it with the letter D. What do I mean by this? Let's say that I have too many buffers open, or the letter D they used. Again, notice that this is how I started in normal mode.
Hold
A minute
on.
ago, shows below, which is what I want. I want them sorted. I'm on right now, shows how I navigate my buffers. This is with the capital H.
Liter space. Shift H. Shift. I'm not. What happened? Oh, I switched. Shift H. Allows me to. Which I started normal mode and I configured a key map.
So if I type here,
Why navigate buffers? Hold on. This is what I need. And this is needed here. Oh, not the entire thing. All right.
here, Shift H, you already saw that, puts me in normal mode and I can navigate through the different files. Notice that it's sorted by last used. So snacks, which is the one that
We already
I
covered
want
that.
used to doing it with just the letter D. The default is DD. People would say buffers, basically. So that will serve as an example for you to create your own. Everything is well documented if you come to the main repo. This is part of the snacks.mvim repo. So if we scroll up, remember that if you like this, just give a star to the repo as well, as you see on the top right corner. And snacks basically has different plugins, we could say, or features, or snacks, as Funky calls them, right? One of those snacks is the one that we're looking at, is this picker one. So if you come in here and you click on this picker one, just gonna open it in a new tab, you're gonna notice that all of the documentation for
The snacks documentation. Gonna grab this. Let's fold this and let's put it somewhere here. Here. Yep.
for this picker is shown here. So if we scroll down a little bit, you're gonna see some images here, the different pickers. You're gonna see here the features, and this is where I got all of the configuration from. So just go through this entire thing. It has many other different options that can be configured, that can be used. So if you find some cool stuff, just make sure to share it in the video so that I can add it as well. All right, so now that you know where the documentation lives, let's move on to the rest of the configuration. This is very useful for me. Notice this transform function. My keymaps.lua file was not showing in the right place. So if I search for it here, keymaps, notice the
Sample images, configuration, keymaps, picker. Transform function. The score of one of the files. Here's Lua transform function.
Notice the score that it has, 207.95. Remember that you can see that here on the left-hand side. And this file had the same score, 207. So this one was showing at the top all the time, even if I opened this file multiple times. Not sure why. Maybe I didn't type the entire name of the file. I don't know what was going on, but this one was showing at the top, even with the frequency option enabled. So what did I do? Just decreased its score. Notice this is 177 and this is 207. So if we exit out here and we look here at this function, notice that I'm demoting the LazyVim keymaps file. So you can see that here. If you want to increase the score of a different file here, so you can have an idea. The scores that you see on the left-hand side, you don't need to have them there. Them there. I just have them for debugging reasons, but if you set this to false, you're gonna notice that they disappear. Let me just restart NeoVim. And now that I'm back in NeoVim, if I open the files picker, you're gonna notice that the scores are not there anymore. But if you need to troubleshoot, it's pretty useful to have them there. Notice that I specified here the layout as well. I set it to Ivy, and this is the global one. If you don't override it in any of the other key maps, this is the one that you're going to be using everywhere. Also, when reaching the bottom of the results in the file picker, or whichever picker, I don't want it to cycle back to the top, so that's why I set this to false. What do I mean by this? Let me open my buffers picker, and I'm going to scroll to the very bottom. Notice what happens if I keep pressing J, it doesn't cycle back to the top. So if you want to cycle, just remove this from here or set it to true. I needed to modify the layout height for Ivy because it was showing all the way to the bottom. It was showing just in a little space here. So I needed to increase the height for that. I found...
All right, this is something else that I want to cover here.
I found how to do it in this link here. So just go and explore and read there. I don't think this is the right way because I'm specifying all the different options in here when the only one that I want to change is this height. And I also only wanted to change the preview width, which I set to 0.5 as well. But if I don't include the rest of the options, I would get linter warnings here. It would work, but I would get the warning, so I just added the options. If you know how to fix it, or if you know what the best way of doing this, just let me know as well in the comments. So basically, under layouts, I'm specifying the Ivy layout settings, so just keep that in mind. If we come down here, it's vertical. This is another layout. Remember that we are inside layouts here. You can see it at the top, right? So this is the vertical layout. I needed to modify the width, so I just set it here as well. And all the other options that I don't think should be here, but just let me know how to set it up correctly. Recency, we already discussed this. I cannot have this off, so I have it on all the time. If you need to modify the way that scrolling works, this is the way that you do it. I'm used to LazyGit, and in LazyGit, we scroll with capital J, K, H, L, or basically Shift J, K, H, L. So what do I mean by this? If I open my buffers, for example, and if I want to scroll in this file, I just press Shift K to scroll up, J to scroll down. If I want to scroll to the right, well, this is wrapped. But if there are files that are not wrapped, you can scroll to the right as well. Also, if I'm searching for files, let's say that I bring up here the files picker, and I want to scroll to the ghostly configuration file. Notice that here is the file. I am in insert mode. I'm not going to normal mode. And if I type here capital J, I scroll down, capital K, I can scroll up. I guess there must be a wrapping setting because I do see the lines wrapped, which is quite nice, to be honest. I don't need to have them unwrapped, but I haven't checked on that. But notice that there's options here to scroll to the left and right as well. So I just set them up here, and I set up both of the modes, insert and normal mode. Okay, so that's the entire configuration. We already covered a lot of stuff. We covered this, the images, the Discord stuff. Why am I switching from telescope to this? Every time that I open telescope,
You're scrolling.
telescope, there was a small lag. It could be that telescope does not have any issue
And
at all, but it's just my specific config. But if I would type here, space, to bring up the files picker, I would get like, I don't know, half a second delay while I waited for telescope to show up. I don't know if it's just me, probably just me, but I don't experience that with this picker. It works just fine. So if I do it again, notice either space shows up quite fast, and I can just start typing. It wasn't that bad with telescope, but it was noticeable. Every time that I try to open it, I felt it.
why did I switch? Let's see. Just gonna leave that here as well. Why did I switch from mainly I did it because Snacks opens for me. Gets a little bit annoying, and it gets a little bit annoying.
it. And it just felt a little bit annoying. But just remember, nothing wrong with telescope, was probably just my config. Notice the next item that I have here on the list, disable it in blink. As you notice, when I type something in here, right, if I type key maps, you're not gonna notice that blink is completing stuff, and I don't want it to. It does by default if you don't disable it, so just let me show you how to do that. I'm just gonna search here for blink-cmp. This is the file that I file that I want to open, just gonna open it here, and you're gonna notice here at the bottom of the file that it says snacks, right? So if we jump there, notice that if the file type is
Almost
snacks
done
figure
here.
inputs, I'm disabling blink. But if you wanna show blink completions when you're using this, you can enable it here. Personally, I just don't like to have blink enabled there, but that's a matter of preference. Blink is basically an alternative to NVIM CMP. I have 3 videos about it. This is the first one that I released, and this one.
The video about blink, I'm going to share that here. Let's see. More about blink. Oh, you know what? Blink. The updates. What I'm going to look for. Here we go.
This one, and then this one. If you want to check out the latest features and updates, go and check this video out, and I go over a lot of stuff in there. Also, if you don't understand what I'm talking about, just go and check the video out, and you're gonna see how Blink works there. Okay, so we already covered this, disable in Blink. There is another issue that took me hours to figure out. I didn't know if it was related to a key map, a plugin, so I had to disable all my key maps, all my auto commands, all the different plugins, enable them back one at a time to see where the issue was, and it's this bullet.
If there's someone out there that is still paying attention to this, and if you use this plugin, you will need to
bullets.bim plugin. So let me show you what the issue is, or let me tell you what the issue is.
You'll need to change this because it's a pain. I spent hours, almost like a day, trying to figure it out till eventually I did. So just make sure that you follow this as well. Let's see.
Let me switch to that file first. Just going to search here for bullets.lua. Here's the file. Here's the file. You can read about the issue here at the very top. But basically what was going on is that if I searched for something here, right? If I brought this up and I search for key maps, if I was in insert mode, the way that I'm on right now, and I would hit enter, it wouldn't do anything. It would just get stuck in there. So what I had to do to be able to switch to a file was to go to normal mode. So if I open this again and I search for key maps again, key maps, I had to go into normal mode. Notice that I'm in normal mode right now. Insert mode, normal mode. So I had to go into normal mode and hit enter. And that's not the way that it's supposed to. So just go and check it out. To it. Notice here that I'm using just bullets basically on each one of the different to create new tasks. The markdown workflow, you can find that here. This video, the 2025 version. Go and check it out. I go over bullets there and all of the different markdowns.
I use bullet. My complete Neogen markdown. I need a section. You know what? I'll grab this.
Down tips, tricks, plugins, settings that I use. Alright, so now that we covered that, how to install it, if you're using the lazy Vim distribution, is quite simple. Let me open another picker here, liturgy L. We already went through this picker. Just gonna switch to normal mode here. You're gonna notice that I did a few things. You know what? Let me search for snacks picker so that I can just see all the commits related to this plugin, right? So this is better. If you're using the lazy Vim distribution, you need to add it as an extra. If we go down here to the lazy.lua file, you're gonna notice that this is where I added it. This is the line that I added. You don't need to do it in this file. You can do it in the lazy extras menu as well. This is where I added it. Picker.
All right,
So that I'm just gonna switch to
installation
normal mode here.
part.
You're gonna notice that I did a few things. You know,
Okay.
you know what? Let me search for snacks picker so that I can just see all the comments related to this plugin, right? So this is better. If you're using the lazy film distribution, you need to add it as an extra. If we go down here to the lazy.lua file, you're gonna notice that this is where I added it. This is the line that I added. You don't need to do it in this file.
Add it in the lazy.lua file, which you can find here. Lazy.lua. Here's the snacks picker. I'm gonna copy this. I need to create a key map to copy the URL directly. Okay. The lazy.lua file, that's one of the steps.
You can do it in the lazy extras menu as well. I disabled FCF Lua because I did have it enabled. I did have it active before, so I just disabled it. I also disabled telescope, so that means
I disable them with telescope. Oh, there it is. Okay.
so that means that I'm not going to be using telescope at all anymore, unless I find an issue with this picker. So far, it's been working great. Blink CMP, we already went through that. We already saw what I did there. Just added that snacks picker input file type. Notice that I also disabled the telescope frequency.lua plugin. Snacks picker input file type. Notice that I also disabled the telescope frequency.lua plugin. Notice that it's shown here, enabled, I set it to false. I removed the key maps that I have in my keymaps.lua file that were related to telescope. I have quite a few of them. all of those changes must be in one of these other commits right here. Notice that this is just work that I did on the snacks.lua file. All of that is going to be pushed in a little while. Remember that if you use this plugin to modify this configuration so that it does not interfere, and that's basically all the different changes. Changes that I performed related to this plugin. One last thing that I need to do, as you can see here on the right hand side, is that I need to push the changes to GitHub because they are not there yet. Scores, I'm going to keep this on for now because I do like seeing the scores. Once everything is stable, I'm just going to set that to false. But for now, good. It's going to be a little bit long, but
Okay, so I covered basically everything that I talk about in the video in this blog post article. Let's just double check before I push the changes. Where is it? Here. Just make sure that it's looking good. All right. I try to be as thorough as possible, but it's easier to just watch the video. I understand that there's people that don't like watching videos, and that's the only reason I'm doing these blog post articles. So you can have the video and also the article that goes in hand, right? So you can just come here, copy and paste, or refresh something without having to watch the entire video. Okay, this is looking good so far. Oh, this image is smaller. It's fine, whatever. The Reddit post, let's just confirm, and it works. Snack speaker documentation is there. The sample images, this is the default drop down, IV split, select, sidebar, telescope, vertical, VS Code, snack speaker configuration, key maps, my dot files. Let's see if it takes us there. Yep. This is a custom key map. Completed tasks, task management, different key maps, leader space, shift H, buffers and neovim. I tried Aerospace, but you're not gonna guess what happened. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you what happened. Figure transform function. Yep, this is good. Debug scores, modify the layouts. I leave the information there. IV and vertical, configure frequency, configure scrolling. Link. If you find a link that doesn't send you to the right place, just please let me know and I'll update it in the blog post. Okay. My init.lua file configuration is there. Install the snack speaker. How to install it? Let's see if it takes me to my keymaps.lua file. It does. It's going to delete this heading here at the bottom. Yep. It is looking good so far. Let's push these changes. February 10. Title, description, image look good. Simple bar. What happened here? Didn't make changes in simple bar. Oh, I think I know what's happening. Let me just push this first. Hold on. Snacks bigger. All the images are there. Snacks bigger. Snacks. I'm going to format all the other files. I think that's what's happening here. Let me see. Format. How did I format all of them? Format and save all markdown files in a repo. Okay, let me just quit. I'm going to format all of them. Leader MFA. Formatted. Okay, so it's formatting each one of the different files. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't format it. I didn't format the files correctly when I did some changes earlier today. Let me make sure that they work. Hold on. Let's see. Going to see which one did I change. Modified. Let's go to this one, nerd fonts. Oh no. Let's see. Less than a second. Okay, so this restarted. Okay, while I wait for this to come back up. What happened with Aerospace? I installed it and it took over my screen, right? So the chat disappeared, my skitty notes disappeared, my keyboard was still there, and everything was a mess. So I need to play around with it a little bit more. I need to dedicate more time to it and set it up properly. I don't feel like doing so because I'm not going to be using Aerospace anyway. So Uh, I don't know. I probably will. I probably will. Yeah, I need to set it up the exact same way that I did for Yabai, right? So Yabai puts the Skitty Notes app here in this specific place, and it puts it in of this specific size. Same thing for the chat, right? So it puts it here, and it opens it of this specific size. So I have to figure out if that is possible with Aerospace, how to do it. And honestly, I don't know if it's worth the time because I'm not going to be switching over to Aerospace. So, oh, you're not sure if that can be done with Aerospace? Yeah, because that's a must for me in Yabai. Well, that's a must for me in macOS. I need to put applications where I want in the desktop. I'm doing that with Yabai rules. Yeah, let me show you real quick. If I switch here to my dot files, IRC, I think the file is called kitty position, this one. Here, this is the way that I do it, right? So you can find the position of any app, right? If I want to find the position of the kitty app, I paste this here, it's gonna tell me the position, X and Y, and also the size. This is the width and the height, right? The size of the screen. So I can hard code that as well. The way that you see here, right? I do it with two applications. I do it with Kitty. Notice here's the app name Kitty. Just tell it to move it to a specific place, right? 1369.39, which is what we had here. Which is what we had here. And also I tell it to open it in of a specific size, 31,400, which is what we have here. So you can use these two options, move and resize. And I do the same for Google Chrome, which is the little chat window you see here on the right. So if that is not possible in Aerospace, nah, I cannot use Aerospace at all. I need to be able to do that because that's the way that I work, right? I just keep an application on the screen at a time and I just switch between the apps, right? So and I do this in the padding section, right? So if you notice here, this is not managed by Yabai. So probably, I don't know if there's a way, but here, notice that this is the padding section. 230 is what you see here. So I use this padding section as, you know, something that is not managed by Yabai, and I just put stuff there. Since Yabai doesn't manage them, you know, it doesn't matter if I switch to another app, that padding section is never touched, right? So those applications remain there all the time. But if that's not possible with Aerospace, I don't think I would spend time there. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a moment. Okay. I don't know, was I muted? I don't know if I was muted all this time. But do you mean the time here on the right hand side, 11:47, Aquin? Yes, okay. I'll show you right now. You follow my config, right? You have my sketchy bar config, I guess, right? Or are you using a different one? Yes, okay. Uh-huh. All right, the blog post was created correctly. Let me show you the time. Where is it? Calendar. Here. If you go to this file in your config, I just modified it today, right? Because it was this way, the way that you see it here at the bottom. So I just changed it to this. I left other options here. I'm just going to push it. Where is it? Calendar. What did I change here? Just formatting. Yeah, that is the one. So just go to this file and just make that changes in your config. And you should be able to have that time there. Notice that the icon is set to show you the date. So it shows you the day of the week. That's what you see here: Monday, year, month, date, hour, and minute. All right, I'll have to drop already. Been streaming for what, over 2 hours? Not sure for how long, but it's been over 2 hours. But yep, I'll drop now. Thanks everyone for joining. I'll see you later today maybe, or tomorrow. Gonna put a message here. What day is it today? Today is Monday. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Bye bye.